this idea of there are other places in your life. It may be in a community of support community you're in. It may be through your work, maybe through volunteering. It may be in the strangest places you find that you can bring your whole self and you're safe. And when that happens, I always tell folks, pay attention to how you feel after you spend time with someone. If you feel a few inches taller, that's a keeper. But if you feel depleted and like you have to take a nap, every red flag should be going up for you. And I think that that's the distinction is that people are like, wait a minute, it's really interesting you say that. I was with, talking with this sort of strange group I know from my exercise class and we go out for a juice afterwards. And I just feel like I feel so emboldened afterwards. I'm like, those are your people. I mean, I think chosen family is such an important construct for people who are going through these narcissistic relationships. And I think people fight themselves to the death trying to make the sort of their biological bad luck work out, that they have to find other soft and safe places to land and that that's okay.
I love that you said that. And I love that those examples. And I think it's really empowering. I often tell people, because I help a lot of couples with their relationships, and I often say, you have to grieve the life you thought you would have so you can create the life that you can have, right? And I think to your point with grief, it's to really say, okay, it's not going to happen here in this area in this way, but I certainly can choose another place to still have those
Mhm.
deep, meaningful experiences.
Mhm. Absolutely. And I think that that's where the big part of the healing and a huge central core piece of it is finding your people. And for many people who've been isolated for a long time in their narcissistic relationship, either literally they weren't allowed to really be in the world, or in the sense of feeling my marriage is weird and I don't want people to see it and I'm embarrassed of it. They may have gotten cut off or their spouse was very anti anyone socializing with them, so they got isolated that way, that they're having to start from scratch in a way and really sort of build up slowly. For some people, that person they can show up with authentically initially is a therapist. That's not necessarily a bad thing because at least it's a place they can say, "Oh, I can be my true self and I'm not being shut down or yelled at or shamed or humiliated." What? And so
Right.
that's a big moment for a person who then might use that as a jumping off place to feel safer to maybe try that in other places too.